Today I'm covering Stranger Things and the fact that Vecna was present for the entire series. Hey guys, I'm McGann, your hostess with the mostest, and this little program is called The Fangirl, where I obsess over different shows and movies for your entertainment. Now, I've been a long-time ranter on Stranger Things. I even predicted that the stuff that came out of Will in Season 2 was not dead and gone, but I do feel like certain storylines have been swerved over the years to try and keep fans on their toes, like the very probable fact that Max was originally meant to have powers. Anyways, when I first watched Season 4, I was highly dissatisfied. And let's be real here, Stranger Things has had the same issue that a lot of sci-fi style shows have had, where they start with a really well-formulated first season, but they didn't necessarily expect to get renewed, and then they didn't quite know how to keep on par with Season 1 as they continued to write. So, for Stranger Things, what started as this more simplistic story of a group of kids wanting to save their two friends, one of which has superpowers, from demons and the government, has morphed into this hugely expanded situation where the Russian government is involved and we have an uber-intelligent monster that's never been seen before. And it just feels like we've gotten way too far away from the initial plot of kids having this mysterious adventure. Like, at this point, how does the UN not know that the Upside Down exists? Because everybody and their brother seems to be able to get there. And shows like Heroes had a similar problem where the first season was really well thought out and contained, and it was dealing with normal people having powers and learning to adjust and tackling one big baddie. And then by Season 4, you kind of felt like, what even is this show now? Extant is another example of an excellent sci-fi series that didn't know where to effectively go with itself after Season 1. Also The Strain, and there are so many others that could make this list too. I'd even argue that The Good Place flops around a lot and doesn't know what to do with itself after the first season. Not to mention, let's address the elephant in the room with Stranger Things. A show that stars kids needs to produce seasons quickly because these children are trying to play high school freshmen while they look like college seniors. That 3 years between seasons has really gotten distracting, and I wish that they would have dealt with that a little bit better. However, even though my first impression of Season 4 was very meh, because now the story has gotten too big in a way that feels unnatural for where we started, which is very disappointing when other seasons seem to be so meticulously detailed. So I sat down and restarted the series from Season 1, Episode 1, and realized something. We have been leading up to Vecna and Season 4 this entire time. Okay, let me get into this because it's actually crazy good. So Vecna, as we all know, is associated to grandfather clocks. Vecna's victims are shown clocks, and or they can hear the gong or the chime noise that a grandfather clock makes, or even ticking noises. And this happens once a person has been selected for death. So, going into past seasons, here are some interesting moments to note. Season 1, Episode 1, Will hears a grandfather clock gong when he first is confronted by the Demogorgon. So right away, in the very front of the series, we have evidence that Vecna's present even though he's not visible. Season 1, Episode 5, Elle is in the void for the first time, and we can hear a faint clock ticking. Season 1, Episode 6. Again, we hear a ticking clock noise as a Demogorgon appears for the first time ever. And it's also important to note that Will is trapped in the Upside Down, but he keeps breaking through multiple times and keeping himself somewhat safe with the song Should I Stay or Should I Go? Should I stay or should I go now? And as we saw in Season 4, a song that Max connected to is what let her escape from Vecna's grasp. So, oh my goodness, I don't know how I missed that before. Season 2, Episode 1. Will has been possessed-ish, and he mentions that the thing in him wants to kill everything. That's Vecna he's referring to.
What do you think the evil wanted?
To kill.
To kill you?
Not me. Everyone else.
We get sort of bait and switched because we're shown that giant monster that they call the Mind Flayer, but they're actually describing Vecna the entire season. Season 2, Episode 3, in the credits, you hear the grandfather clock gonging as an outro song. Season 2, Episode 4, Will tells his mother he likes it cold, referring again to Vecna.
No. What? He likes it cold.
Also, Season 2, Episode 4, a grandfather clock gong noise is heard as Hopper goes underground to where the vines are for the Upside Down. Season 2, Episode 6, Will says they shouldn't have upset him, referring again to Vecna.
He made me do it.
Who? Who made you do what?
I told you. They upset him. They shouldn't have done that. They shouldn't have upset him.
Also, Season 2, Episode 6, as the creatures are bursting out of the hole to the Upside Down, the outro music has this gong effect again. Season 2, Episode 8. They describe the Mind Flayer in more detail, and it's the right description of Vecna, it's just assigned to the wrong creature.
The Mind Flayer.
What the hell is that?
It's a monster from an unknown dimension. It's so ancient that it doesn't even know its true home. Okay, it enslaves races of other dimensions by taking over their brains using its highly developed psionic powers.
What does it want?
To conquer us, basically. You know, it believes it's the master race.
And in Season 2, Episode 8, there is another should I stay or should I go reference in how they're able to get Will more grounded and keep the Mind Flayer at bay from fully taking over his body and thoughts. Season 3, Episode 2, there is a gong noise when Billy is being body snatched by the debris of the Mind Flayer that left Will.
What do you want?
Season 3, Episode 6, the possessed Billy confronts Eleven, saying he's been building it all for her with a particular bitterness. That's Vecna making his first visual contact with Elle since she sent him to the Upside Down. This is their first re-meeting. He's been looking for her the entire time.
Don't you see? All this time, we've been building it. We've been building it for you. All that work, all that pain, all of it for you. And now it's time to end it. And we are going to end you. And when you are gone, we are going to end your friends. And then we are going to end everyone.
And suddenly it's like, wow, Vecna has always been here, but he was just misidentified as the giant xenomorph-style creature back in Season 2. So the Mind Flayer is the right being, but assigned to the wrong body, I guess. Although, actually, I'll be impressed if Vecna can't also turn into that big monster, but I am now so charged up for the rest of Season 4, and I cannot wait to see what could possibly happen next. But let me know what you think, and if I end up being right, come back and leave me another comment. I might be overthinking it, but no, I'm not this time. I am so right. Stay strange, my weird family babies. Well, family members, we're almost done, but I want to invite you to hang out with me in some other places. I'm on Twitter and Instagram as my own personal self, and I have a Facebook page too, but I mostly just post photos over there. And sometimes people say, "Hey McGann, I want to mail you something. How do I do that?" Easy. Just click the About tab on my channel page, and my most current P.O. Box info will be right there. I also run another channel, The Family. It's really a hodgepodge channel where we might post anything. Oh yeah, and I also sell shirts and stickers and stuff with the Family and the Fangirl logos. If that is your cup of tea, I have a link in every description of every video. Finally, if you want to help out the Fangirl channel and make sure I'm putting out video essays for years to come, the best way you can help is by subscribing and watching more of my videos, whether they're new, old, whatever. Maybe even share one or two on social media, help spread the word. People who watch to the end of videos like you helps to tell the site, hey, this is a good video, we should recommend it to other people. So if you made it this far, leave me a comment of something like, hey, I made it to the end. Love ya. See you next time, family members. Bye.